For my monument, I chose the Albany Vietnam Veterans Memorial Monument. It's located in Lafayette Park. It's recently been refurbished by the Tri-County Council of Vietnam Veterans. They raised over $250,000 to refurbish it. The 22-year-old war memorial started showing signs of age. It started to break apart. With the help of the donors, the veterans rebuilt it with new branches, a legitimate flagpole, a plaque with 5 new names of Albany County veterans who were killed in Vietnam, and more will be added, bringing the total number of service members commemorated on the monument to 77. So this monument is majority made out of bronze, and there's a couple plaques on either side that have really cool text and inscriptions on them. It also has benches all around it that have different branches of the military represented on them. On one side, it has, I think, probably my favorite part of the monument. It has a soldier holding a fallen or injured soldier in his arms as he looks out into, I can only imagine what he's seeing. The monument itself is located right next to the Capitol building, directly to the right in Lafayette Park. And it's actually a super nice space. It's really open. There's not much traffic on the roads surrounding it, so it's actually pretty quiet and pretty peaceful despite being in literally the middle of the city. And it's got these really wonderful trees that are all over. Of course, I visited in the winter, so all of the leaves had fallen off. But you can tell that in the summer it would provide a lot of shade, and it's a really nice, peaceful, and quiet area. I had never actually visited this monument before. This was a completely new discovery to me. I was researching what monuments I wanted to do this project on in Albany, and a bunch came up, and I had a bunch of different ideas, and then as I was driving around, this one caught my eye, and I was like, I kind of want to do that one. That one looks really cool. It's an absolutely gorgeous monument and a really cool spot. I think my second favorite part of this monument is the plaque, and cut into the Patriot and Service stones is the shape of a soldier saluting. I really love this. I really love how the negative space actually is what shows the soldier saluting. I think that's a really cool and really unique idea. And you can see the monument, the famous monument in DC of the soldiers raising the flag is included, and it includes a star diagram of all of the branches of the military. So I really love how this monument shows the appreciation that Albany has for its military men and women. Those are the benches that I was referring to in the beginning. Each bench has the crest of the branch that it represents. I think that's really cool. That was a new addition when they decided to refurbish the monument. So I think that adds a lot to the monument. I love the shot of the two sides of the monument being on the left and the right, and just behind that you can see the Capitol building. I think that's a really cool way to show exactly where this monument is. It's in such close proximity to the Capitol building that it really feels like it's part of it. And I think that goes to say how important this monument is to the literal center, the literal capital of New York State. I also included a shot of the flagpole that the veterans actually, it was part of the refurbishment act that they performed with the $250,000. They included a flagpole which wasn't previously there before, and I think that's a really nice touch. So overall, I think the monument does a really good job at inspiring and teaching the story of what Vietnam was to the people of Albany. And it really inspires, at least inspires me, to appreciate more the military that goes into protecting us and serving us every single day. I certainly feel pride when I see this monument. I'm sure others walking by, if they've taken the time to appreciate it, even just a small walk around, it's a very easy monument to get to, would definitely feel a sense of pride and honor um, as they explore this monument, because it really is a beautiful monument um, that allows everyone to see it, and it has a bunch of different angles, and it plays with, like I said, the negative space. So it's a really cool monument to see. So this monument was definitely intended to reflect and remember the fallen soldiers in the Vietnam War. It's pretty recognized in Albany, I would say. I mean, I haven't, of course, asked people if they know that this monument exists, but to anybody who lives in the general vicinity of this monument, they probably walked past or driven past it a million times. There is a literal CDTA bus station, like right directly on the sidewalk next to it. So I'm sure anyone who's waited for the bus there has seen this monument. Anyone who's gone in and out of the Capitol building, I'm sure, has also seen this. And it's reviewed by the public really positively. There's absolutely no graffiti anywhere. Nothing's been destroyed or broken. I've done research on it. There's been no attempts to vandalize or attempts to condemn the monument. No one's really fighting. There's no public pushback that this monument has received. It's actually received more praise, I would say, because the restoration project went over really well and was fundraised pretty quickly. This monument 100% has a right to speak in public. It's not necessarily arguing against anything. It's just a remembrance act for the fallen men and women who have fought in the Vietnam War. The artist is definitely speaking through this monument in the interesting and cool ways that they display soldiers, like the two examples I gave before, the soldier in the negative space, still one of my favorite parts of that monument. And it speaks to a wide audience of people because it speaks to veterans as well as people who aren't veterans and don't know any veterans. I think this monument is very appropriate. I don't think it misgenders or misrepresents anybody. If anything, it actually represents the whole of the military, which I think is really cool. And there's no specific race tones that are incorporated in this monument. I guess the only thing is with the soldier holding the fallen or injured soldier, you can tell that they're both male, but especially in the negative space soldier saluting, that does not have a specific gender tied to it. So I definitely think that this monument is very appropriate and is done very, very well. I'm very glad that this monument exists because I think it's very important to remember the fallen soldiers, especially in pretty crazy times such as the Vietnam War. So it's definitely worth remembering. And I think the fact that anyone can view this monument, it's obviously completely free to the public. You just have to walk up and appreciate it. I think that speaks to everybody. I think that everyone can gain something from having visited this monument. I really gained something from visiting this monument, even for the short time that I just walked around and recorded. So I'm super glad that I got to do this for this project. Thank you for listening.